Well, hi kids, Pastor Al here. Glad you could join me for another Sunday morning. Hey, guess what? I'm going to show you a dog video here. It's a little long, but it's really cool. It's not exactly the kind I normally show you, but it tells the story of a homeless, hurting old dog who somehow finds a new home. And he finds a home with some people that have a big enough heart to give him a home. But it's kind of cool how it all happens. So watch this video and see if you don't enjoy it.
3:15, a injured, malnourished dog limped into our house. This morning at 4 a.m., my wife woke me up and said, our baby's fine, our 1-month-old is fine, but there was a puppy in our house. I'm so confused. I get up, I go downstairs, and there's a puppy in our house. The front door is locked, the back door is locked, windows are locked. Kind of this mystery puppy in our house. How did this happen? I checked security footage, and it looks like me just being a tired dad with a 1-month-old. When I came in from walking the dog, I closed the door and something didn't catch. So at some point in a storm last night, the wind blew the door open. About 20 minutes later, with all the terrible things that could happen in that situation, a guy went by and actually yelled to make sure everything was okay and pulled the front door to our house closed. Thank you to him. The puppy was scared, limping, malnourished. We brought the puppy in, put it in a pen. We called animal control first thing in the morning, and they said, you can come in, surrender it, and it kind of goes into the system. Our other option was to go to vet. We went to the vet, checked, there's no chip. This dog is in such bad shape. Infected paws. One tooth is pointing outwards. It's causing swelling in her face. Mental scarring around whatever's gone on with her. I wonder what happened to her to get her here.
It's okay. It's okay, Susie.
We've decided to keep the dog. She's 9 years old, and we're gonna give her a dignified life. Jack and Joey and George and Susie here to give you a Susie pup date. We've had Susie for a week. It was a week ago that she came into our lives.
Stay.
We've watched her gain weight and get healthier.
Well, we gotta fatten you up.
We went on our first walk this week. Susie is becoming a part of the family very quickly and getting along with George. They hang out, they're getting closer to each other. She's moving around a lot better with the antibiotics and the ointments that we're treating her infected paws with. She walks a lot more on 4 legs. She even tried to jump over the back of the couch yesterday. She's got a lot of spunk in her. Of all the bad things that could happen when your front door is left open, to end up with a sweet dog who just needs a good home, I mean, wow.
Now here's what I love about this video. I don't know what made that dog go in there. But you know, if you've ever had a dog, your dogs love to be home. They feel comfortable there, they feel safe there, they feel their people are there. Every time I take my dog somewhere, he enjoys going out, but he loves coming home. And when these people have this dog come into their home, I mean, they could be freaked out, they could be angry, they could look at him and say, oh my gosh, this is an old sick dog with all sorts of problems. We don't want him. We're going to get a new dog, we're going to go get a new healthy cool dog. But you know what? They just have a big heart and they give him a home and they help him and they just decide that for as long as he's got, their home is going to be his home. And it's made them happy, and you look at the end of the video, you can see how happy it's made him. I want to talk a little about home today, but not the home that you live in here in Ellensburg. Sometimes when people die, we talk about them going home. And what we mean by that is that, well, the homes we have here are only temporary. That there is a home that those who believe in God, those who have given their life to Jesus Christ, will get to live in for all eternity. In fact, Jesus even says, you know, where I'm going, there's going to be lots and lots of room for all you folks when I get there. And the amazing thing is God doesn't look at us and say, okay, I'm going to take the smartest people. I'm going to take the best looking, going to take the ones with the most money. I'm going to take, just the ones that are the most attractive and popular. Because that's kind of what our world does, right? God looks at us and he sees only one thing. He sees if we have loved and believed and followed his son, Jesus Christ. And when we get to that home, we're not going to be there perfect. We're going to be kind of beat up and wounded and imperfect and maybe have a tooth go in the wrong direction. We're not going to be perfect people, and God's not going to look at us and say, "Oh, cool, I have some more perfect people to join me in heaven." He's just going to look at us, and he's going to see his son, Jesus Christ, and say, "I'm going to love them, and I'm going to give them this place as a home because Jesus loves them, and they love Jesus." I know you are a long, long, long way away from ever thinking about the end of your life. But now is not a bad time to start. Because hopefully all of your life is going to bring you to that spot where, having lived, hopefully, a good and wonderful, although it will be hard, life here on earth, when you die, you will go home to your permanent home to be with Jesus. And you'll have that wonderful God who's willing to welcome you. Not because you're perfect, not because you're wonderful, just because God chose to love you in Jesus Christ. There's some great comfort in that. Enjoy the home you have now. Enjoy the world we have now. But just remember, this is not really our home. We're just on vacation before we get back home. Take care, kids. See you next week.